Everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today's tutorial is a mix of my circle super slider with my latest Christmas dies, and I've also used the Creative Craft Products shaker cups. So first of all, I'm just putting together the slider card, so I will link the proper step-by-step, like real-time tutorial on how to put this together if anybody's new and you're just seeing this one. These videos are from my Facebook lives and I just condense them down, do a quick voiceover, and they're purely for inspiration. So if you want to see how to put this together, if you've just purchased it, then I follow the tutorial that I've just linked. But I'm just choosing the papers. These are the Christmas papers that I launched, and I'm going to have a silver matte layer. So I'm sticking that first onto my 6x6 card blank, and then I've got my snow paper there. So I'm sticking this mirrored card down first, and then I'll stick the snow scene paper to another piece of the same size white card, which you can see I'm doing now. This is the actual mechanism piece, so the paper alone just wouldn't be enough to work. So I've just strengthened it by sticking it to some more cardstock. Next, I'm taking the mechanism die and the little finger pull die, and I'm just positioning that with a little bit of low tack tape, and then I can get that die cut. It will cut through both layers, but if you've got, everybody's die machine's different, you might need to add a shim on that as well. So once that's die cut, you'll see there's 3 score lines. So you want to fold the first one so it's a valley and just give that a good burnish. And then you want to do a mountain and then a valley fold. I do like to go back over some of the score lines. So I'm just finding a track and just going back over these ones here, just making it a bit easier to fold, and it just reduces any cracking. So that one will become a mountain, and then you'll finish with a valley fold. And it's that valley, that small strip there that you see, that's the one that you will adhere later on to your pull tab. But you can see now when that kind of slides, you've got your sliding mechanism. So now I'm cutting a piece, because basically when that sticks over the top, it's going to stick onto the mirrored card, and that's going to be hard to stamp onto. You could heat emboss your sentiment onto it, but you'd have to do that before you stick it down. So I've cut this piece here. It's about 5 1/4 by 5 1/2, I think. But you can see now you've got your place to stamp your message, but you've still got that lovely silver background. So you just want to position this piece where you think you want your sentiment to be. And I'm just roughly marking very lightly with a pencil so I can see where to stamp my sentiment. So I'm using the new Christmas sentiment stamp set, and it's Frosty Wishes, Let's Have a Snow Fight, which goes perfectly with the snowman and the snowballs and things like that I'll be adding later on. So both the sentiments just fit in that section. I was saying during the live how it was meant to be for that one, because it literally just fit in that section. Then I'm taking that scalloped circle die, which comes in the set, and I'm going to stamp the snowman. You get 2 snowmen, one that's kind of dressed and then one without his hat and scarf. But I went for the one that's dressed just to add a bit more colour. So I just stamped that one using my stamping platform, and then just a quick little bit of colour. And these are the Black Widow pencils that I'm using. And I'm just going for the kind of turquoise blues to match the paper there. That's all coloured. I'm just taking the smaller circle, popping it with that original scalloped one, and I'm going to run that through my die machine. So I've got a frame that's going to go over the shaker cup, and it's just going to hide where you've stuck it together. So it'll just hide all that adhesive. So the shaker cup is on there. I haven't stuck it down yet, but it was just over the top. Now I've just got my thin tape, and I'm just going around the inside of the shaker cup, just on the lip. So you want a thin, this is about 1/4 inch. And then I'm using the snow to have as the shaker pieces. So you don't want to breathe when you put these on the card. So I'm just kind of roughly seeing how they would look when that all falls to the bottom. So I didn't actually use too many in here. Make sure your shaker cup's all clean, got rid of any static, although I do get some static still with this. It did eventually disappear. And I'm just sticking, once you remove the backing, stick that shaker cup onto that white disc in your stamped image. Make sure you burnish it really well, so just go around the edges there so it's nice and secure. And then you can finish it off and disguise it with the frame that I'm going to stick over the top. So just a little bit of adhesive all the way around, and I'll stick that on in a moment. Get rid of any pencil marks. Here I am sticking the frame on. I thought that was coming next. I don't do voiceovers often, so you only get a few minutes of me, of this torture. Hopefully it's not too bad to listen to. Now, when you position this, just roughly, see where you want it, and then put a pencil mark. That way you know where to add the glue, and you don't get any kind of glue coming out where you don't want it, and it might stick to the back and then affect the mechanism. So just mark it with a pencil there, and then just pop that in place. And then this is the pull tab one, so it's more of a rectangle, so I've just die cut that. And then I'm just adding a thin bit of tape just to that small tab that I mentioned earlier. And then you want to focus on just the bottom part of where you've added the tape, to stick on the bottom of that piece there. There's a few ways to do it. I was going to do it upside down, but then I didn't want to squash the shaker cup, so that's why I'm doing it this way up. But in other videos, you'll see me do it, you know, upside down, which is a bit easier. Basically, you just want to line it up on the very bottom of that pull tab, so you can see there when you pull it, you don't see, you know, anything sticking out. Now I'm going to add a gift card to this, so I'm using foam on these pieces, but you don't need to add foam. This bit here could just be double-sided tape if you wanted it to be, but by lifting it up with a bit of foam, it allows you to have a gift card come out the top, so it's quite nice. And then I'm just laying that down, so I've got that nice silver border, and now you'll see when I pull it up, you've got a little bit of a gap there, enough for the gift card to slide in. So they've got the surprise of the gift card and then the message that you've stamped inside. Then I'm just finishing it off with some of the decoration that also comes with the stamp set. So this is the holly. You'll end up seeing some more holly added at the end when the pictures come up. So I'm just finishing off with some snowballs. I've heat embossed some of the snowflakes, and I stamped the word pull as well, which also comes in that stamp set. And now you can see the pictures. So there's the close-ups, and I've got pictures on my Facebook page as well. It's a really nice style and just another fun way of mixing my old and new collections. You can find links to all of the products used in the description box below, and I'll be back again soon. Take care. Bye.